Well, hello. This is episode 28. Welcome to One-on-One Coaching, a place where we believe we not only have the right to control our lives, we deserve to create them. And today, just touching more on the law number 8 and the 15 invaluable laws of growth book. It's the law of pain management, good management of bad experiences leads to great growth. And the prior video, I was just talking about the two different approaches to change. One was the idea of you can be pushed by pain or you can be pulled by your vision. And then the other one was the concept of three, the idea of people change when they hurt enough that they want to, when they know enough that they want to. I keep making the mistake. It's when they hurt enough that they have to, when they know enough that they want to, and then when they receive enough that they're able to. Today, I kind of just want to share a little bit more about this event back in 2012 when I was told I needed to find something else, and it really went down as I'm just called to the office to have a one-on-one with my manager. At that point, I think I was already not really having respect as a manager. I think I could understand that as a human being, he deserves respect. But I just couldn't find, I really didn't feel respect for him at the moment. So I really didn't want to see him. And I was just expecting another lecture on something that I already knew about and I probably knew more about than him. But this time around, it was just, he just sat me down and simply said, hey, I can't do this anymore. I really don't know what to do. So you have 3 months to find something else. And I just went quiet for a minute or so. But in my head, I just immediately just went ballistic. What the hell are you saying that this is not working and that you can do this anymore? You are the one. You are the one that can't do this. You're the one that doesn't know anything about what's going on. You're the one that doesn't even know how to manage their own time. So I was angry. Obviously, I wasn't necessarily angry at being told I needed to leave, but I was just simply angry at the person, at the specific situation, at the behavior, and things like that. But obviously, as I said before, I had to go through this process of, okay, what the hell really happened, and went into a situation of reflecting. And I think it takes a little bit of humility for you to enter this stage where you can objectively sit down and try to learn from the experience. And the chapter goes in detail as to how to do this. I mainly just used the law of reflection, just took time to sit down, wait to see what my mind comes up with, and then explore and discover what I did wrong, what could have been better, and what worked, what didn't, and all these things. So here's a list that I wrote down many years ago on this, and I said one of the things I said I didn't give enough credit to other people's perspective. So back then, I was in this mindset where I believed, because I was very thoughtful with what I did and what I said, I had the best solution to anything. And I couldn't really appreciate other people's perspective, mainly because I had this idea that their perspective wasn't really thoughtful. It wasn't thought out. It was just really something that they saw and they just wanted to criticize for the sake of criticizing. So that's one reason I just didn't give other people's perspective enough credit. The next one I wrote down was I get frustrated when I don't see my purpose, which I've shared before, especially when I had the meeting without a purpose. I would give myself a purpose, and if that purpose was in discrepancy with what the organizer wanted me to do, I usually ended up having some frustration and not going anywhere, just getting angry, and at some point blurting out that I was just not happy with the situation, whatever that was. Number three, I wrote down is if I'm not given a goal, I'll make one regardless of the consequences. This is before, as related as the one with purpose. I need to have a specific objective and purpose to what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Another thing that I wrote down was I took all the pressure to protect my team, and this led to burnout and isolation. In that situation, I was really trying to ensure my team wasn't affected by the bad management of other people. And I played the blocking and tackling perspective to prevent people to use or take over my staff's schedule so they could focus on their thing. But at some point, I needed help or it became too much, and evidently I ran out of energy and I would just burn out. Then the other thing I did was brutal honesty doesn't work in a political environment, and that was just me recognizing that my straight up conversations, my willingness to talk about the elephant without beautifying my words was just not gonna fly. And the fact is that even though I stayed in the department for 6 more years, that straight up talk really never really got like was accepted, and that's another reason why they paid me off at the end. And the last thing I learned from that was I must take care of myself before I can take care of others. Once I burn out, I just didn't care, and that is the truth. If you don't take care of yourself, at some point you're just gonna vent out and pretty much burn every bridge that you have, and that's just not gonna be a good outcome. And that's really what I did. So those are things that I came up with from this specific experience. Realized that all of them were specific to me. They were in the first person. That wasn't blaming anybody. I discovered that regardless of what they could have done, I am the one that chooses to interpret those actions in a specific way and respond in the way that I interpret them. I could be right, I could be wrong, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I am the one that can take this bad experience and use the reflection concept to make that a life maker, as opposed to just being a live marker, an event that happened and it's just painful and whatever. No, this actually helped me move forward. It helped me change the way I would approach certain things while still staying true to myself. In the end, I still got fired 6 years later, but at least I found a way to express myself without alienating people as I was then, without really holding grudges to others because of what they did. And I was just more responsible with my energy, my time, and how I did certain things. And I just took accountability for everything, and it just released a lot of stress that I used to have for years. That got me to the point of getting fired the first time. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you take something out of this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.